Mission advancement. Happy New Year. I hope you all had a wonderful break and enjoyed the time away and are coming back refreshed. I know I am. First of all, a special thank you to so many of you who volunteered your time to be on call that last week of December for any donors who wanted to make a year-end gift. Our phones were ringing off the hook, and I'm so grateful that you were there to make sure that this was a positive, meaningful experience for donors who wanted to impact our mission at the end of 2022. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, I thought now was a good time to just provide a quick update on a few things, and I'll start with our campaign and our numbers. Let's root ourselves in our fiscal year goal, which is about $93 million. And as of today, while our December numbers are not final yet, so these will change slightly, we've got $56.4 million booked or in process, with another $7.3 million in verbal commitments that we fully expect will be signed here shortly. And so that brings us to a total of about $63.8 million, or nearly 70% to our fiscal year goal, which is a great place to be. I'm so proud of this team and our results. I'm so grateful and excited. We have a lot of work ahead of us, but certainly it's a good feeling to be where we're at today. Okay, so with that and with the great results, there's a lot to celebrate and a lot of things to love. But among all of those, I wanted to sort of reflect on three things that I really love that I've seen here in recent weeks and months across mission advancement. And let me start with just the broad year-end giving campaign. You know, I remember Lisa Dosh came to Jen Sabatka and I at the end of the summer with sort of a vision for how we can take some of the great things that various regions and teams have done over the years related to year-end giving and bring it together more cohesively and earlier and more impactfully. And certainly when you look at our numbers and the results and just how year-end giving played out, that really came to fruition. So shout out Lisa Dosh, as well as our Giving Society's advisors, Amber DeFago, Holly Hicks, and so many of you who played a key role in a great year-end giving campaign. Okay, the second thing I love is in Cleveland, Ohio, where at the end of September, our team and the local team put together a strategy to have more meaningful conversations with donors about leaving the American Heart Association in their estate plans and their will and their trust. And boy, has this strategy played out successfully. So much so that as of today, the Cleveland, Ohio market is the American Heart Association's #1 market for dual society members. And there's a lot to unpack within how that played out. I think it's very replicable in other markets. We don't have time to get into it today, but I look forward to talking to many of you about how we can do this in other markets as well. So I love that, love what's happening in Cleveland, Ohio. And the third thing that I love that I'm hearing and seeing is our government grants work. And this often flies under the radar, but I wanted to pause and give a shout out to Laura Koch, because by the end of this fiscal year, we will likely have made over $100 million in grant requests for government support of some of the American Heart Association's major and primary initiatives. And that is incredible. And so Laura, great job. I'm excited about the direction that you are leading. So thank you for that. And in closing, I just want to give a couple of thoughts as we head into a new calendar year on where our focus ought to be. And when I think about, sort of those top three things, it would be #1, if we wake up every day, continuing to focus on developing and growing our short-term and our long-term pipeline. So who are the top 5 donors that you're working to close this month? Who are the top 5 this quarter? Who are the top 5 for next fiscal year? That is going to position us for continued sustained success. The second thing I think about is making sure that we're putting forth the effort to see the organization through our colleagues' eyes, whether that is your EVP in the region you work with, or an executive director, or some of your partners in advocacy or communications or whatever it may be. I think as a mission advancement team, the more we can see what is keeping others up at night, what they are striving to accomplish, the more effective we can be. And the third thing that I'm focused on as we start 2023 is balance. A fresh, clear-eyed, motivated, healthy mission advancement team is what I want to be a part of. And so I'm focused on that. I hope you are as well. Cheers to a great 2023, and let's continue the great work.